Education. That's what you're all about, Adam, and it's certainly what the Gilmore is all about. So what does a director of education for the Gilmore do?
Basically manages about 10 to 14 different programs that serve different parts of the Kalamazoo and greater community.
All right. As the director of education, I am looking forward to being educated. Take it away.
Sure. So, I get into technology a lot, which is helpful because our piano labs have a lot of technology, especially going online. We also did, last year's piano camp online as a kind of a free digital offering. And so what's cool about these days is that, you can make music online with friends. You can do recordings, you can play piano, and there's all sorts of different websites and programs. Our students at the Gilmore, they all have this keyboard at their house. This is our loaner keyboards. In the back of these things, there's a little USB port. So this is Chrome Music Lab. So if you go to Chrome Music Lab, I'll show the main page here. It's a free website, and there's lots of fun little musical games that students can explore and play with. One of the ones we've played with our students is a shared piano. And so when your musical keyboard is plugged into a computer, that MIDI signal is often just naturally connected. You don't have to do much these days. I used to have to download drivers and do weird things, but now you can just play. So when I play a note, it shows up online. And this app's interesting because you can actually invite people to come and play with you on the shared piano. So you can copy this link down here. And you can send it to a friend and they can come and play with you on the piano. And you can play different things. You can change the sound. So there's a marimba, It shows you which notes you're playing. It also gives you a cute little animal there. You can change it to, strings if you wanted to. Right? Right? You can do stuff like that. And it's pretty fun because it shows you kind of what you played. It records it a little bit for you. And then, you can kind of see what's going on. You could teach somebody, like somebody could be, on the shared piano and go, okay, with your, thumb or your 1, 3, and 5 finger, play C, E, and G. And the student can see that, then they could jump on and try the same thing and try match those colors or play it down an octave. And so that's the fun thing about MIDI is you can plug into stuff directly and play with it online. You can click on these things too. You don't have to have a keyboard. I can just use your mouse.
Let's zone into Piano Lab. What is it and who takes it? How does it work? And what's my product?
Sure. So our piano labs have been serving the greater Kalamazoo and Battle Creek area for over 20 years. I think we're in like our 22nd season of piano labs. And basically we're offering small group in-person lessons or virtual lessons, depending on what's happening with the pandemic, to students that are at these different schools that we're stationed at. So we have several Kalamazoo schools, elementary schools. We have a community lab that offers, to the general public, small group lessons that are online. We also have a lab in Battle Creek. And then we also have a lab at the juvenile home, the Kalamazoo County Juvenile Home, and a lab at the Kalamazoo KRISA's Young Adult Program, which serves students with a wide range of disabilities. And so every lab is a little bit different, but the goal of the labs are to reach students that may not otherwise take piano lessons privately or might not have that as part of their normal experience. And so we're trying to make it more accessible for everybody and trying to make it a great add-on to the schools that we're at, and also make it something that families can aspire to be part of. And generally speaking, I try to tell people that we're here to promote a music making and a music going culture.
What's Keys Fest?
Keys Fest is a day of master classes for piano students that are pre-college, so pretty much kindergarten through high school. These students participate in a public small group lesson with a clinician that's either from a regional or further college or university or a professional pianist of some kind. It's a chance for them to get reinforcement of ideas by a teacher other than their regular teacher. It's also a chance for them to perform in a pretty casual setting and receive immediate feedback. And it's also a chance for them to participate in a performance in a class with their peers, which, piano lessons are often one-on-one. It's nice to see other piano players that of your age and ability playing and performing and doing things. So that's the short of Keys Fest. The other thing I want to show you is a program called Band Lab. This is another free program. These are all free. Bandlab.com, you can see it up there. I did this for a theory class I teach at Kalamazoo College, and it is basically a recording program. So it's just like a program, and we call it a digital audio workstation, or a DAW, and it has different tracks that you can put MIDI signals into. You can put a drum machine. You can put, many different instruments and layer things. And you can also do voice stuff and record your voice. You can affect what happens with the drum machine. There's your hi-hat. There's your kick drum down there. There's my snare. If I want to take it off, now I only have one snare. I can put 2 snares in there, right? And so you have this little drum pattern. And then you can layer stuff over it. So with my keyboard on this, I layered over this this piano sound. I wrote this little MIDI signal that click on it. You can see the notes I played, and these are all recorded with the keyboard, but they're just MIDI signals. So you can just drag them around. You can edit them, and so I put these 2 sounds together, and so you get this kind of little chill groove. And you can start to layer and play different things, and then you can make it sound. You can make it sound however you want, and you can experiment with those layering, just like a songwriter or a producer or a hip hop artist would do. This is Band Lab is a free version of that.
Take me to a camp or 2.
Yeah, so like Keys Fest, the piano camp is kind of an extension of other opportunities for young pianists. As far as we know, we're still the only piano-centric outdoor-styled camp. There's the great camps like Interlochen and Blue Lake that serve the whole music community. But the Gilmore Piano Camp's unique because we're integrated with the Sherman Lake YMCA. So the outdoor activities are all integrated and part of that whole camp experience. And then we do, piano study and piano extracurriculars and stuff with music technology, in addition to private lessons daily. So it's a great week-long intensive for the young pianist.
All right, I'd have you go take us out with song, Adam, but save your energy for your students, and we'll catch up with your talent later. Thanks for conversing with us, Director of Education with Gilmore.
Thank you, Shelley.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.